What's up, my producer friends? I'm David with anothermonsterproductions.com. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some basic music theory, which is going to lead us into chords. We're going to talk all about chords, and then I'm going to show you how you can actually come up with your own chord progressions inside FL Studio or whatever DAW you're using. It doesn't matter. I use FL Studio, so that's what we're going to be using at the end of this tutorial to kind of tie everything back together. But for the most part with this tutorial, I'm just going to be using my MIDI keyboard to illustrate all the music theory concepts that I want to cover in the video. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first things first, there are 12 total notes in Western music. I'm going to start on C, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and then we're back to C. So in total, that's 12 notes. Each time I go from one of these notes to another, that's a half step. It's also known as a semitone, especially when you get into sound design and synthesis, stuff like that. You'll see the word semitone a lot. It's the same thing as a half step. So a whole step is going to be that. So we're skipping over that. So 2 half steps equal a whole step. Now in our major and our minor scale, which is what we're going to be talking about mostly today, and just to let you guys know, I've mentioned this in other videos I've done as well, but I just want to reiterate that most music you're going to be producing that you're listening to, pop music, EDM, hip hop, whatever genre you're producing is primarily going to be in either major or minor. So those are the 2 scales I want to focus on. And both of these scales have 7 notes in them. So I'm going to show you the C major scale. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're back to our C, which is the same as the first note. This is just an octave apart, and then have another octave up, and it goes on up and down the keyboard the same way. Now what I just played was our C major scale, and you may have noticed that I played only white keys, and I'm about to show you a formula that will help you remember what the major scale is, and that way you can start on any note and play that key, that scale, and it will be the proper major scale for whatever key you start on. So just remember, C major scale is all white notes. So how we can determine this formula is we're going to start on our first note C, and we're going to play only white keys. So the second note is going to be a whole step. The third note is going to be another whole step. The fourth note is going to be a half step. Fifth note is going to be another whole step. Sixth note is going to be another whole step. Seventh note is going to be another whole step. And then the last note of the scale is another half step. Okay, and that's the C again. So starting on C, it's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now we can also do this with our minor scale. So A minor is the relative minor of C major. So if we start on A minor, I can play all white keys and it's going to be our minor scale. So starting on A and then ending on A. So then we can do the same process. We can count. So starting here, we have a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Okay? Now in each one of these scales, we have chords that correlate to each note within the scale. So for example, our basic triad, which is what we're going to be talking about today, I'm not going to get super advanced in different types of chords. There are other types of chords, and the subject can actually get pretty complex. We're going to be keeping things pretty basic for this tutorial, but our basic triad is going to be 1, 3, 5 of that scale. And so since I'm in the key of C and I'm playing all white notes, I know that's going to be a major chord. I can also come up with the formula for how to determine whether or not you're playing a major chord no matter what key you're in. So the formula for that is we count up by half steps. So starting on your first note, which is C, first note of the scale, or first note of any chord that you play, we can count up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our second note of the triad, and then count up another 3 half steps. So 1, 2, 3, and that's our third note of the triad. So this is our major chord or major triad. So that's the formula. You count up 4 half steps and then another 3 half steps. And the minor chord, we just take this middle note and we bring it down 1 half step. So you can hear how that sounds darker, sadder, whatever. Our major chord is kind of happy. Our minor chord is kind of sad. And so the formula for that is up 3 half steps and then up another 4 half steps. So then you can do that anywhere. So let's say D, for example. So let's do a D major chord. So we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Or we could do our D minor 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how we determine that. Okay, so within our scale, if I play these triads that I'm showing you, and we're going to continue on with the C major scale, and I'm basically going to just go up each note and play only white notes, and I'm going to show you the formula for chords for the scale. So starting with our C major chord, this is major, and this is our 1 chord. And the chords follow Roman numerals, so major chords are going to be uppercase Roman numerals, and minor chords are going to be lowercase Roman numerals. So this is our first major chord, 1, 2, minor chord, 3, minor chord, 4, major chord, 5, major chord, 6, minor chord, and 7 is going to be a diminished chord, which in most cases we're not going to use the 7 chord, especially for this tutorial and the exercises I'm about to show you. We don't ever want to use that 7 chord. So I can go ahead and do the same thing for minor here. As I mentioned before, our relative minor to C major is A minor. So if I start on A minor, this is our 1 chord. This is our 2 chord, which is our diminished chord. This is the one we're not going to worry about playing. We don't want to use this chord. Our 3 chord is a major chord. 4 chord is a minor chord. 5 chord is a minor chord. 6 chord is a major chord. And 7 chord is a major chord. Now real quick, I want to show you a formula that I actually just kind of came across recently, which I think is really helpful, and especially if you're a beginner, this is going to help you be able to kind of come up with your own chord progressions much more easily. So we're going to do our major scale first, and the formula is you start on the 1 chord and you end on either the 4 or the 5 chord. So either that or that chord. And we're going to be playing 4 chords total. So we're going to start on the 1 chord. We're going to play any chord we want. So let me try a 3 chord. And then we're going to do a 4 chord. And then we're going to do a 5 chord. And then we can just repeat that chord progression over and over again. Or we can change it up later the second time around if you want to get a little bit more complex with it. But the key thing to remember is that you start on the 1 and that you end on the 4 or the 5 chord. And the reason for that is the 4 and the 5 chord lead back into the 1 chord. They want to be resolved. So that's why those chords work really well at the end of the chord progression. So what I recommend is that you take your MIDI keyboard if you have one and go ahead and start practicing this exercise and coming up with your own chord progressions. And you can use this same formula for any key that you're in as long as you're using your major scale. I'm going to go ahead and show you the minor version of this as well. So in our minor scale, this is our 1 chord. We can fill out any chord we want. Let's try another 3. Let's do a 4 chord. And then we want to end on either a 6 or a 7 chord. So let's do our 6 chord. And you may notice our 6 and our 7 chord, this is F major and G major. So those are actually the same 2 chords as our 4 and our 5 chord in our C major scale. And again, those chords are going to lead back into the 1. So you can use this formula for any key as long as you're using your minor scale. All right, so the last thing that I want to kind of touch on before we get into FL Studio is that these chords actually have inversions as well. So depending on the situation, you may want to use an inverted chord to make it easier to play, or it just kind of works better in the context of the chord progression that you're using. So if I go back to my C chord, this is our root position. I can also play the first inversion, which is going to start on the middle note. So it ends on the same note as our root position starts on. And then the second inversion would start on the last note of the chord. The C would be the middle note, and then it ends on the E. So like I said, depending on the context, you may want to use inversions to kind of help out with your chord progressions. All right, so inside FL Studio, let's go ahead and go into our piano roll. And you can see that inside our piano roll, our keyboard is actually turned sideways, which is a little bit confusing, kind of takes some getting used to if you're just getting into FL Studio. But there are a couple things that you can do to make your life a little bit easier. So first of all, as you can see, I have all of these turned on so that you can see the notes. I don't remember if this is turned on by default or not, but If it's not for some reason, you can go into your piano roll options up here, and you can go down to view, and then you can go to key labels and make sure that all notes is highlighted. So that's going to make sure that all the notes are highlighted and you can see which notes you're playing. The second thing that you may want to do is you can actually go back into your piano roll options. We can go down to helpers, we can go to scale highlighting, and then we can go to our root note. So we can change our root note. I'm going to do C major. So I'm going to go to C, and then I'm going to go back into my helpers, scale highlighting, go to major. So now our C major scale is highlighted. So you can see, I'm going to go ahead and play this on my MIDI keyboard. You can see as each note that is highlighted plays, these are all the gray notes. So all these light gray notes here, those are all going to be in your C major scale now. And you can do this with any scale you want inside FL Studio, so that's definitely a good tip for beginners there. So now that we have our scale highlighting turned on, let's go ahead and use this formula inside FL Studio real quick, just so I can show you an example of how this looks in FL Studio and how we can go about doing this. So we're going to use the C major scale. We're going to start on our 1 chord. I'm going to go 1. Remember, you can count up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be a next note. 1, 2, 3. So you can kind of see the relationship in between those in the piano roll. And then I can extend this out. So this is going to be our 1 chord. And then our last chord over here on 4 is going to either be a 4 or a 5. Let's count up. 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do this chord or this chord. Let's go ahead and make it the 5. So that's our 5 chord. And now we just need to fill in the 2 middle ones. So let's do the 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. And you can see this one, if you remember, this is the lowercase Roman numeral. So this is a minor chord. And then let's do, we'll do a 4 chord. So I'll go ahead and bring this up to this. This one's a major. So I think that was the same chord progression that I played on the keyboard when I was showing this example too. And you can fill these 2 middle chords with anything that you want. It doesn't matter. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this tutorial. I hope it was really helpful for you. If it was, please be sure to hit the like button. That's going to help out the YouTube algorithm and continue to help me grow the channel. Also, go ahead and leave a comment down below. That's also going to help out. If you guys have any questions about anything production related or really anything in general, I am doing a live question and answer every Sunday at 1 p.m. in my Discord server. I'll be sure to leave a link to the Discord in the description of this video if you guys want to join that. And if you have any questions, we all get in the voice channel. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Also, if you're really struggling with production and you feel like you just need a little bit extra help, some one-on-one time with me, I do private lessons, which you can sign up for on my website. So I'll be sure to leave a link in the description of this video for that as well. I am giving away a couple things in the description as well. So while you're in the description, be sure to check that stuff out. A while ago, I did do a video on how to make melodies in FL Studio. So if that's something that you're struggling with, I would definitely recommend checking out that video. I'll be sure to have it pop up on the screen now so you guys can check that video out. And I will see you guys in the next video.